Accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann wants his guns back. Heuermann has been held behind bars since July, charged in the murders of 3 women. He's a prime suspect in the murder of a 4th. The remains were found buried 13 years ago along a remote stretch of a Long Island highway. Now Heuermann's attorney is asking for a stash of weapons seized from his Long Island home in July to be returned to the family. That's more than 280 firearms that were taken by police during that 12-day search. They include at least 20 assault rifles and some vintage firearms dating back to the Civil War. In a court filing, the lawyer said the arms have significant financial value and that the suspect's wife, Asa Ellerup, and 2 children are in need of funds and could sell the weapons to raise money. All right, so let's bring our attorneys back in. Mercedes, should they get them back? I mean, it doesn't appear that the guns are evidence in any of the murders, does it?
Not a chance, Elizabeth. And you're exactly right, because there is going to be a lot of argument that those guns don't really have any relevance whatsoever in this particular crime, well, these particular crimes. However, you still have to have forensic testing. You don't know if there's anything on those guns. We know that Heuermann is suspected possibly of killing one of the individuals in his home. Well, in his home, obviously, that's where these 280 firearms were. Because there's such painstaking detailed information, forensics that have to be applied to those guns in order for them to be released, it's going to take a long time for them to be released. Frankly, we've worked with forensics, and that's exactly what they'll say. We don't know. There might be trace elements. We can't say, especially in this type of case where so much is at risk, so many lives were allegedly taken at the hands of this individual. There's not a chance that the judge will simply say, sure, release those firearms to the family.
Yeah, Misty, I know they're still investigating in other states, notably in Nevada and in South Carolina, where he had property and where he had traveled, to see if he could have committed crimes someplace else. Serial killers rarely just actively kill for a couple of years and then suddenly stop for no reason. I mean, can you fathom any way those guns, all 280 of them, would be returned? I mean, might the judge say, okay, the civil arms era guns, you know, that are more collector's items can be returned?
Mercedes' point was spot on. She nailed it. No surprise there. I completely agree with her. I would be shocked if they were returned. And Elizabeth, maybe somewhere down the line, after this complex forensic testing has been completed, there's a possibility that they would be returned to his family, but not at this point. It is way too premature. There's ongoing investigations, as you pointed out. And think about the evidence that we're dealing with in this particular case, 2,500 documents, hours and hours of surveillance footage. It's just too soon to return these without that important forensic testing to determine whether there were more crimes committed in these other states or potentially elsewhere. So way too soon for that to happen.
Yeah, this is definitely still a very active investigation. And yet we've had a lot of press and a lot of press conferences and interviews by the attorney representing Rex Heuermann's wife, saying she's currently undergoing cancer treatment. The family is, you know, has no funds. In this case, this is just what happens. I mean, that 12-day search of the house left the house in shambles. There wasn't a lot there. They've taken a lot away. And his argument that they need the guns so they can sell them to get funds, I guess, isn't going to go very far. But the point being, there's been a lot of sort of public statements and complaints by Heuermann's soon-to-be ex-wife, because she started divorce proceedings, that she needs money. So she's not going to be able to get it from this, correct?
Undoubtedly, Elizabeth. And Misty's exactly right, because when you talk about what's at stake here, the judges have to weigh the pros and cons, especially when it comes to evidence. And we all know the prosecutors have the burden of proof. They're going to be given a lot of latitude. That is a very high burden of proof, beyond a reasonable doubt. The prosecutors will certainly scream and shout, say to the judge, there's no conceivable way we can finish the forensics in time for that to be released, especially now.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.